4:01 p.m., February 11th, 2025. This is the Public Health, Safety, and Transportation Committee agenda. Please call the roll.
Chairperson Mike Seville.
Here.
Vice Chair Bill Donnell.
Here.
Alderwoman Wani Garza.
Here.
Alderman John Lash.
Present.
Alderman Ted Masiakos.
Present.
5 present.
Okay, we have the first item on the agenda, which is the approval of the minutes. 25-0097, approval of the minutes from the Public Health, Safety, and Transportation Committee meeting held on January 28th, 2025. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Garza, second by Alderman Lesh. Any corrections, additions, or deletions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 5-0. Do we have any members of the public wishing to speak?
Yes, we do.
Okay, please say the name and
Pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, all persons shall be permitted an opportunity to address public officials under the rules established and recorded by the council. Under our rules, any person may address the PHST committee for up to 3 minutes, with a maximum of 30 minutes allotted for all public comment. No person other than the timekeeper or the chair, for the purpose of maintaining order, may interrupt a person recognized for the public comment during his or her comments. Members of the PHST committee shall not engage with nor respond to a speaker during the time set aside for public comment. Staff is directed to follow up with members of the public with respect to any concerns raised during public comment within the scope of the city's authority following the adjournment of this meeting. Our first speaker is Adam Pauley.
Adam Pauley. Welcome. Your 3 minutes begins now.
Thank you. I'll be real quick. I was recently appointed to the Kane County Opioid Task Force, and working in conjunction with Kane County and independently, we've been doing a lot of work with opioids, with addiction, and with public health. One of the bigger things that I will personally be working on is House Bill 2929, which is a bill in the General Assembly to require the Department of Human Services to establish a mechanism to collect research and data regarding opioid prevention sites. And that would give them 12 months to do that. It's basically a pilot program. It's reintroduction of House Bill 2 in the previous General Assembly. If you remember, I came and I read the legislative findings section of that in City Council. I think that was around December. So I'll be meeting with Representative Ford about that and working with some of our local legislators to co-sponsor that bill and get it passed, because it kind of stalled in Rules Committee last session. In Kane County here, we were really lucky. I got to work with Coroner Silva to get the DUI task force back up and running. It's still there, and the money's been still there. It just, they haven't been meeting. And so in conjunction with Coroner Silva and the state's attorney, we've been able to do some great work there as well. And with the harm reduction here in the city, it looks like we hopefully are on the tail end of that. And I want to thank our deputy mayor for the excellent work that he's been doing. And I hope that maybe even by next week or very soon, we can have that done and I can bring out the white roses finally. So thank you. I yield the floor.
Thank you. Any other members of the public wishing to give a comment?
No one else has signed up.
Okay, we'll close the public hearing comments section of our agenda and move to the agenda itself. We have 2 items. First one is 25-0069, a resolution establishing the maximum number of Class C specialty on-site consumption liquor licenses unofficially related to the application from Whitney's Love LLC at 302 West Indian Trail, Suite A. Jennifer, welcome.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Jennifer Stallings, City Clerk. I just wanted to give a brief overview of the type of liquor license that Whitney Foster, who is present here as well, is applying for her salon, because we do not have any other licenses currently of this type. It is a specialty on-site consumption license, specifically, as you can see on the screen, barbershop, salon, or spa alcohol service license. And I just bullet pointed a few of the more important or of the important aspects of the license, that in order for someone to actually consume alcohol, that the business has to provide salon or spa services. And I'm just specifying to, or speaking specifically to this specific business, but they have to provide salon or spa services. The alcohol that they would provide has to be less than 15% alcohol by volume. Obviously, patrons have to be 21 and over. The patrons can have alcohol only with a purchase of a service. So if I were to go in with my friend and I had services, if I were going to get my nails done, my friend could not sit and drink alcohol while I was having my nails done unless my friend was also having his or her nails done at the same time. So you can't just go in there and sit and have a drink, basically. The business cannot advertise themselves as a bar. They cannot have a bar, an actual physical bar, and they can't have taps. So this is probably more so at a barber shop. So if a barber shop is going to have beer, they can have taps to serve their beer out of. They can't advertise themselves as a drinking establishment. Because this is the first license of its type in Aurora, we would like to see how the advertisement would go. We envision something maybe on Facebook where obviously you aren't advertising as a drinking establishment, but I don't see, as long as the council wouldn't see a problem with someone advertising, we do allow alcohol with the purchase of a spa service. I don't know that that's advertising itself as a drinking establishment, but that's obviously something for your consideration. Limited to 2 servings of alcohol in a calendar day, and then obviously a Bassett trained employee. So just to address a couple of the points, has to be a business providing salon or spa services. This is a photo of Whitney Foster's business, Whitney's Love Nail and Beauty Bar. And then this is just what Whitney has put together for us to give you an idea of what she would plan to offer if you approve it. As far as her add-on menu so if you were to purchase a service, she would have an add-on menu that you would be able to purchase along with your service, the alcohol in individual servings. I did check because I'm not familiar with hard seltzers really, but they appeared to have 4.5 to 5% alcohol by volume. There's also champagne. Mimosas are made with champagne, I think. Prosecco and wine. So these all appear to be within below the 15% alcohol by volume limit. And that's really all I had. I just wanted to point out some of the obvious differences between some of our other license types and some of the things that are new to us, so that if you had any questions for me prior to introducing Whitney and asking her to introduce herself and her business, we could go through some of the specifics.
Thank you. Any questions of the city clerk?
Yes, this salon is going to
Alderman
be
Garza.
for male and female.
Male and female, did you say?
Male and female going to be in this salon, or just females?
Male and female, anyone, yep.
Yeah.
Alderman Lash.
Are there any security requirements? I know some of our bars would require cameras and so forth. I know it seems to be a little bit lighter regulation where you've got to be getting a service. So
Sure, yeah.
I'm just curious what other requirements we have on the owner.
So there aren't security requirements other than, the Bassett training is somewhat of a security requirement in that you are sure you're not over-serving, but with a limit of 2 per business day. That is somewhat of a requirement, but you have the Bassett trained. I know Whitney has her Bassett. As far as security, we don't have the requirement. I'm just looking to see, and Whitney may be able to answer this better. She has security cameras, and I don't like to divulge the location of the security cameras in public, but she does have security cameras on premise.
Okay, no further questions.
Okay. How long has she been in business here at this location?
You know, would you like me to ask her to come up?
Yes, Whitney,
Yes.
please join us.
And she does have another location outside of the city that she owns and operates.
Hi, I'm Whitney Love, owner of Whitney's Love Nail and Beauty Bar and Hidden Beauty Salon in North Aurora. I've been in business 18 years. I've been at my current location for 5.
And I see your lease expires in June of this year. And what happens with the license if the lease is not renewed?
If the lease is not renewed, the license also expires. So there's no license if there's no valid lease.
Okay. You want to just tell us a little bit about your business?
I'm very passionate about my business. We've been voted best in our city 5 years in a row. We hire within our community. Most of our clientele is female. We don't discriminate. Everybody's welcome, but we're more popular with the females. Nails is the most popular service, and pedicures.
So I have a question for you. If a mom take 2, 3 kids to do, you know, some girls want to manicure or whatever, so that's okay to serve alcohol? Is my question.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll answer. We actually don't allow kids in the salon.
Okay, good.
Obviously, special occasions, but for the most part, it's not our clientele.
Yeah, because sometimes I go, when I do my nails, sometimes I saw mom with 3 girls doing the manicure or pedicure, and so that's why I asked that question.
Yeah, there's actually a sign on the door that says no kids allowed.
Oh, good.
It's, you know, for women, our happy place.
Okay,
So what's your minimum age then?
all right.
There is no minimum age, but our target market is anywhere from 35 to 50.
Okay.
And just a typo, it's in the 6th ward, not the 1st ward on
Oh.
the agenda, so you may want to change that for committee of the whole.
Yes, thank
No big
you.
deal, yeah. Anything more
Motion
you'd
to
like to add?
approve?
But motion been made for approval by Alderwoman Garza, second by Alderman Donnell. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried 5-0. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Real quick, Mr. Chairman, is there ever consideration for, I see your drink selection for a frustrating husband or a happy dad?
We'll consider that.
All right, okay, all right. Thank you.
Okay, move to the next one then, 25-0101. A resolution approving the purchase of 31 United Shield brand ballistic shields and accessories from MES Lawman Supply of Deer Creek, Illinois, in the amount of $70,000. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Chairman and Committee.
Good
Lieutenant Bill
afternoon.
Rowley, I'm the Administrative Services Lieutenant for the Police Department. I'm coming to you today essentially a facsimile of last year's request. We're on a 5-year budget cycle for a replacement of some of our outdated and expired ballistic shields. Some of these shields are rifle-rated shields, primarily for our supervisors and for our SRT, our SWAT team. And the remainder are, the bulk of this purchase is for pistol-rated shields. That's for our rank-and-file police officers. Our overarching goal is to make sure that all of our squad cars all of our patrol cars are outfitted with at least a pistol-rated shield. All police officers will have those. All supervisor cars have rifle-rated shields. Many of these shields have either reached or are nearing their warranty expiration. In addition, with the recent increase in our overall fleet allowance, we also need to continue to make these purchases to be able to outfit our new additional fleet vehicles. So this purchase, we're purchasing the exact same number of shields as we did the last time I came to you, roughly this time last year. The price has gone up somewhat, but we're getting the same amount, and it still falls within our overall budget that was approved. This was approved back in 22, so we're going to be coming back until the end of 26 to finish up this reclamation of these shields. I believe most of you probably have on your Legistar item some of the intricacies of the purchase, including the LED lights that are attached to these shields, clearly marked placards that indicate that it's a police shield, and bags to keep the shields from being scratched up or damaged while they're in the back of the police car. And I'm available to entertain any questions if you have any.
Any questions of the Lieutenant Committee?
Yes, sir.
Alderman Jones.
So are these shields similar to, I compare them to like a motorcycle helmet, that if they get impacted, then they're compromised?
I would say you could think of them more as they're similar to I'm not wearing one, but an officer's ballistic vest. They're a little bit more pliable than a hard sort of a plastic shield like you would expect to see on a motorcycle, or the traditional crowd control shields like clear plexiglass type shields. These are a Kevlar-based shield, so there's a little more flexibility to them. If a weapon is discharged into one of them, we would take it out of service. We wouldn't reuse it, though.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Motion been made by Alderman Lash, seconded by Alderwoman Garza. Any questions or further concerns or discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
you.
Opposed? Motion carried 5-0. Thank you. Any other business to come before the PHS&T Committee?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Alderwoman Garza, second by Alderman Lesh to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed. Motion carried 5-0. We are adjourned at 4:17 p.m. Thank you.